to Destination Station, your number one station in the nation. As always, I'm Destin. I'm here to do a movie review on Sleepless in Seattle 2. It's the sequel to Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan's film. No, it's not. It's not at all. It's not Sleepless in Seattle. It's a movie called Sleepless. It's actually in Las Vegas. It's really takes place in one night, one casino for about 90% of the film. Basically, there's going to be some spoilers in here. The casting power in this movie is phenomenal. I mean, you got Jamie Foxx, you got Michelle Monaghan, who was just recently in Patriots Day. You got Matthew Harbour from Stranger Things as the sheriff. You got T.I., which, you know, he's not the greatest actor. You got Scoot McNairy, who plays the villain in this film. You got Gabrielle Union. I mean, you got a stellar cast here, but they're just not in that great of a film. They're kind of in a mediocre film. I'm not saying it's a bad film. I'm just saying it's not a great film. You know, Jamie Foxx, he does good what he can. He really doesn't give his best performance. A lot of times he's talking like this. He's kind of talking under his breath, and he's blah blah blah, and he's kind of you know, making jokes here and there that, like, you know, it doesn't. A lot of things that these characters do in this film do not seem believable. They make a lot of dumb choices. There are a few good action scenes, I will give it that. A lot of people thought this was going to be like Taken 4 or like a Taken ripoff, and it's not. It's not at all. It does feel like that at the beginning, but then once it gets into the film, it's not like that at all. Like I said, it takes place in one night, one setting, a casino. At the beginning of the film, Jamie Foxx and T.I., they're partners. They do a hit. They run down this vehicle, they steal the cocaine, Jamie Foxx's mask gets ripped off, they see his face, the casino boss comes after Jamie Foxx by stealing his son. You see that in the trailer, and he says, you know, you need to give me my drugs, or you know, we're going to kill your son, or whatever. So Jamie Foxx, he gathers all the drugs and everything. He volunteers at the precinct also to take part in the investigation of the crime scene that took place, because he wants to be able to be on the leads before anybody else. And that's where he runs into Michelle Monaghan. And Michelle Monaghan has a backstory. I'm not going to give it away, but she's there. She has a purpose, and she knows that Jamie Foxx is dirty. She just knows it, so she's on his tail. She's kind of not going by procedure, because something that's happened in the past with procedures and everything that just she doesn't want to do. So she wants to get Jamie Foxx now, tonight. So she's following him to the casino where he's supposed to be doing the exchange with the drugs and the casino bosses with his son and everything. So he stashes the money in the men's bathroom above the ceiling in one of the stalls. And he goes upstairs to talk to the mob boss to make sure that he's going to get his son once he does the exchange. So he gives like some of it to him and says, yeah, I got your stuff, I just want to make sure I get my son. In the meantime of him being up there, Michelle Monaghan goes into the bathroom, takes all the drugs, tells her internal affairs partner, which is Matthew Harbour from Stranger Things, tells him to come there, that she wants to bust him tonight. Then you got where Scoot McNairy, he's really the main villain. It's really his drugs that he gave to the casino boss. So he's wanting to get his money back, and the casino boss doesn't want Scoot McNairy to find out the truth, you know, that he lost all his drugs, basically. So anyways, I'm not going to tell you the whole movie. Seems like I am, I know. But from there on, you got the movie. They're all stuck in the casino. Basically, the whole movie is Jamie Foxx trying to get him and his son out of the fucking casino. And I felt like there were several attempts that they could have done that. Like, there was one part where they were like running out. He got his son and everything, and then they're coming back after him. And instead of going for the front fucking door, they go for a stairwell. And then when they get into the stairwell, they just sit there and like talk and chit chat and catch their breath and shit while they got these henchmen running after them. A lot of things like that I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, it's an enjoyable film, but it's not a movie. This movie seems like it should have been placed in the 90s or the early 2000s with Broken Arrow and Face Off and whatever else, you know. I mean, it's good for what it is. Do you have to rush out and go see it at the theater? No. Does it have some good action scenes? Yes. Are they the greatest? No. There's a lot of cutting in these action scenes. It's not like the camera's far back and you're seeing all this choreography go down. It's kind of cut. It's cut all over the place. And then there's one part where there was a fight scene between Jamie Foxx and one of the henchmen in the kitchen of the casino, and it was pretty badass. That was probably one of the highlight moments of the movie, and it kind of reminded you of that fight scene in The Raid 2. Definitely not as good, but it just kind of, I guess just the setting was really like that, and them grabbing like, you know, meat cleavers and shit like that, but it's the way that, for instance, when you see this film, when you see this fight scene, there's this part where Jamie Foxx is down the ground and the henchman's basically like knocked him down and he's about to take him out. Well, he does a move on him that, like, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, like he picks him up and like does like this back thing and throws him through this window, and I'm like, what the hell? How did he do that in that position when he's down on the ground like that? Like, it was just very odd and oddly cut in some areas, and just a lot of the character stuff just didn't work for me. Especially the son is a horrible actor. I don't know who he is. I did not believe him one minute. I know it sounds like I'm hating on this movie, and I'm really not. I'm not trying to hate on it. There's just a lot of negatives with it. It's not a movie you got to rush out and see. It's January. It's the dumping ground for movies. I'm not saying this is like a January type of dumping ground movie, but this isn't something that's going to blow your mind or anything like that. Michelle Monaghan's probably the best performance in this whole entire film. There's a couple of twists in the movies, but you're going to see them way ahead of time. It's not like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. No, I knew exactly. I said, I bet you he's dirty, I bet you he's dirty, I bet you this happens, I bet you that happens. And sure enough, it happens. I wasn't surprised. It's kind of cliched at a lot of moments. But there's some twists also with Jamie Foxx's character. Is he dirty? Is he not dirty? Who is he? What's his involvement in all this? And it all comes to play. But there's just some really cheesy moments. Like, for instance, Jamie Foxx, near the end of the movie, they're all fighting in the garage, in the parking garage, and Gabrielle Union, his ex-wife, is, you know, wondering, where's our son? What's going on? And she knows something's going on at the casino. So she leaves work, she comes there, she basically drives into a firefight. Like, they're all like shooting guns and stuff like that. So she pulls a gun out of the glove compartment and she shoots a guy before, you know, he kills Jamie Foxx. And then Jamie Foxx, you know, and the main villain, Scoot McNairy, which is the best thing about this movie. Michelle Monaghan's is a great performance, but that's about the only thing that was believable with Scoot McNairy's performance as a villain. He is fantastic. I really wish they would have gave him a better fight scene or something like that at the end. That would have been a lot better. But it was kind of like, it's like, you know, just getting shot and it was over or whatever. But they set it up for a sequel. I'm not going to tell you how it is, but yeah. But then, like, at the end, it was like, you know, Gabrielle Union shoots dude, and now all of a sudden Jamie Foxx has got his ex-wife and his son back. I mean, it's kind of your typical end of a 90s cheese action movie or something like that. And so yeah, I mean, that's I know I've told you a lot. I didn't tell you really where the twists were, so I'm going to leave that up to y'all. Just leave a comment below, let me know what you thought about this movie if you've seen it. If you're not subscribed to Destination Station and you want to see more videos like this, subscribe here, like this video, kill this like button, comment down below. Let's start a discussion about this movie. You know, I'm here to talk movies with you guys. So yeah, what'd you think about it? And I got a couple other movie reviews coming out, so stick around. Peace.